What if, in order to finally quantum leap into the reality that you want to live in, all you had to do was stop quantum leaping and start quantum living? In this video, that's what we're going to be talking about, the difference between quantum leaping and quantum living, and why you need to stop quantum leaping and start quantum living. I'm also going to talk about what the difference between 4D and 5D manifestation, quantum leaping, all of those things, and why you need to stop doing it from the 4D because it is costing you. I will also be talking about, let's make these pointers here, okay? So we're going to talk about seeker versus source, okay? We're going to talk about quantum living, okay? We're talking about, this marker is not fun, 4D versus 5D living, okay? We're also talking about quantum leap burnout. I am packing this video with, like, I wanted to make a bunch of different videos, but because Bali starts in Bali, by the way, Bali is in literally a month from now. Like, today's 3rd October and it starts on 3rd November. So I'm gonna get to that in a moment, but I have so many exciting things I'm creating and doing for that. So I was like, okay, I probably can't make a bunch of videos because, you know, your girl's got not a lot of space in her calendar, but I want to cover everything I want to share with you guys. So you're set, okay? So while I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing, okay? Because I want you to leave this video literally, like, you know, like all baller energy and shit. Be like, yeah, I know exactly what to do. Like, you wake up tomorrow in a new world. That's what I expect. You end this video, and the moment the video ends, you're like, I'm in a new world. I'm a new person. I am quantum living. That's what I want from you, okay? So quantum living and not quantum leaping, 4D versus 5D living, quantum leap burnout, and why you need to stop trying to be high vibe, okay? Because a high vibe and the whole idea of being a high vibration is problematic too. And then we're going to tie all of this to how do you quantum live from today and actually begin to install codes in your nervous system as a baseline. So every time you want to, like, you know, expand your reality, you don't have to like go up and then come all the way crashing down, because we're going to talk about nervous system stuff too. All right, so grab your notebooks and your pens, take notes, share them in the comments if you want. But really bring all your awareness here, all your presence here, because this video will change your life, because this is everything that changed mine. And I like these, I've been getting insane downloads on what to share with you and what to talk about. And finally I was like, oh my God, okay, this is a lot. Anna, should we do like a short this? I was like, girl, we're gonna do the whole thing, one go, let's freaking go. Now, before we get into this, I want to also offer you an opportunity. As I just said, that Bali is literally a month from now, and we have a couple of spots up for grabs. And I was like, what if we open this invitation as a collaboration opportunity for you to increase your income and impact? No, you don't have to pay anything, okay? But you can get paid. Here's how it's gonna work. So for those spots that we have left, firstly, if you don't know already, I have a 6-day beautiful immersive experience in Bali called the Bali Portal, where we are quantum living, building God conscious in the mundane, in the everyday, breaking that separation that we have from like God is here, life is here, or God is, you know, in the mountains and like in the churches and the mosques and like everything else is life. Where we're breaking that and we're immersing into life with God. And it's shadow work, it's nervous system reset, it is quantum living activations, and literally installing codes in your nervous system, in your baseline, right here, right now, to completely transform your world. And if that's something, if you're tired of the amount of time you have spent learning from here, learning from there, getting this course, getting that course, because I was that girl. I had over invested in courses and retreats and programs and this and that, and I was always searching for the type of stuff that I do, right? But, well, you know, God's plan, as they say, I was meant to do it. So, because literally yesterday I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and, you know, I was doing some work with them, and I was like, you are like on my life, bro. You're not gonna go through any of this alone. I will be there with you every step of the way, because nobody should do this shit alone. When we're doing healing work, when we're doing like, it's you know, it's so powerful to have people with you. And it also made me realize like you know, the reason I do what I do is because it's like this like, it's like God, you know, like gives me this surge of love for every being out there, where it's like, no one's gonna feel like there's no love in their life. No one will go feeling unworthy, not on my watch. No one will make themselves feel small on my watch. I know I was like fully on a different track, coming back to ADHD, coming back to the opportunity, okay? So that's Bali, okay? It's really exciting. You can check out the details in the link below. And if you can't make it, but you're like, okay, how can I add to this, right? And also add to my bank. Here's what you can do, okay? So you send me an email on aeinaplanet@gmail.com. That's AEINA planet, PLANET @gmail.com, right? And you're gonna be like, hey, I wanna collab for the Bali retreat. And here's how it would work, okay? Before you send me the email, let me tell you what you're signing up for. You're like, you know, some of you are like, let me pull up Aeina Planet email collab. Yes. What are we doing again? Okay. So what we're doing is, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a special code for your name that you're going to use that people, anyone who you know, maybe you have an email list, maybe you have an Instagram following, TikTok, whatever, or maybe you just know friends or family who would love to be a part of something like this. You're gonna share it with them, you're gonna talk about it, you're gonna tell them about it, and if you wanna post about it or email about it, you know, when you send me the email, I will send you a pre-written email that you can edit or whatever and then send it out. But basically, it's gonna have your special code. Now, what your special code will do is it's gonna give them $500 off the total investment, and B, it's going to give, for anyone who signs up using your code, you're going to get $150 per sign up, okay? We literally have a couple of spots, but I was like, how do I share this with my people, with my community, and make them a part of it as well? So when you email me, I'll send you the pictures and everything else that you would need. And as soon as someone signs up using your code, you get paid, all right? So if that's exciting for you, if you know people and you're like, oh my God, this person would love something like this, go talk to them, go share it with them, go post about it, go talk about it. Let's create cash and increase impact, all right? Now, coming back to seeker versus source, quantum living, quantum leaping, and everything in between. If you want, by the way, I have a free guide on decoding, like spotting the nervous system survival patterns in your energy fields that are related to, it's not even a mosquito, it's not a fly, like it's just a blip. Anyways, I have this beautiful free guide, okay? It explains the survival patterns in relation to your nervous system and your wealth field, your wealth energy field, with journaling prompts that you can use to spot what may be going on in your energy field, all right? Now, coming back to this, finally. Seeker versus source. Now, what do I mean by seeker versus source? So many people, okay, more than 90% of the people that I've worked with my whole life, well, obviously I haven't been working since I was born, but like in the past 5 years, right? There have been people who are 95%, literally. 100%, let's be so for real, are in the seeker energy, okay? So let's first start with this, okay? What is the seeker energy, Anna? Because this is the foundation for all of this, all right? The seeker energy says, so this is you, okay? You over here in your 4D, okay? You do a little visualization, okay? And then you decide, all right. I have put in my request with God. Also, another thing I'm gonna talk about is God, judge, or guide, all right? This is an important topic. I think we're just gonna let this part of the word be because ADHD. So, God, now you manifest something, you do a visualization, you do a ritual, you put out that request to God, all right? Now, here's the prime difference between you being a seeker versus you being the source, okay? The source, or what I also call the code. All right, so now once this is done, let's say, for the first 1 to 4 hours, and I'm being generous here, okay? You stay in a high vibe, okay? So you're like, oh my God, it's so exciting. It's already done. Anna, I just know it. It's coming. It's here. I'm living in this reality. Da 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 da. And then something in the 3D happens, okay? Or maybe nothing happens. Maybe you're just sitting and then it hits you like, damn, God. Hey, did you hear me? Do I have bad reception here? Do I need to hug a tree and make a request again? That's you, okay? Because you, source, is stable, okay? Seeker is like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, ooh, neutral, up, down, ooh, neutral, up. It's like this. It's like, I'm either high or I'm low or I'm trying so hard to be neutral. Yeah, I really don't care. Where is it? It's like that, right? And then you're just like, then you start to look for it. You start to look for proof. You start to look for what? Signs. You start to look for 1111, 5555. You start to look for, synchronicities. You start to look for validation by the 3D as if that needs to affirm to you why there's something on my floor, but we'll deal with that later. As if something needs to affirm to you why, as if something needs to affirm to you that God plucked you. Okay? So then you see an angel number, let's say, okay? You see 1111, you're like, oh, my manifestation is coming. I'm gonna stay high vibe. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, now it's 11:30 and you're like, where is it? No. I'm gonna stay. Yeah. It's already done. You know what I mean? But like where? I haven't gotten an email yet. I didn't get paid yet. Oh my God. And then it's like, these energetic walls start to close in on you. So your body literally starts to contract. It starts to it's like you may be in a big ass room, right? But it feels like all of this weight and all of this pressure, and your breath begins to become shallow. And you're like, oh my God, this is, maybe I'll manifest it tomorrow. You get me? Seeker. Seeker energy is always looking for proof. It is always having the outside world tell me who I am. It is always asking the world to affirm my worth. It is always asking from the mirror to tell me, yes, master. It is being mirrored. It is a seeker will always be seeking, will always be on the lookout for something. And when you see signs, by the way, here's the fun thing about a seeker. A seeker will be excited about signs, okay? Oh my God, I saw a sign, right? Okay, but babes, if you were already it, why would a sign trip you up so much? Even if it's in a good way, right? Why would a sign have that level of impact on you? Unless you're just trying to convince yourself. Unless you're just trying to convince yourself through the ritual, that it's already done, but you don't believe it. Your body does not believe it, okay? Body. You know how we always say you need to embody. Embodiment. Your body, embody. Body. Your body is the one that needs to believe. Your body is your nervous system. If your body doesn't believe, you're not going to embody. You will only be in mind. I just created that and I love it. You're always just gonna like, you're gonna have it intellectually, you're gonna have it imaginatively, you're gonna like take, it's here, but it hasn't landed here. So there's a separation between the mind and the body. And the mind says, I know it. Body says, babes, we are not safe with that. We do not, like, I did not sign off on that. No, sir, absolutely not. The body rejects it, okay? And so then what happens is you stay seeking. You stay in the seeker energy. Now let's talk about source code, okay? Actually, we'll talk about source when we talk about quantum living, okay? So before we get to quantum living, let's talk about what a quantum leap, the difference between quantum leaping and quantum living, okay? And the role of high vibe, because all of this, by the way, is so interlinked, okay? So let's get to it. From the way you talk to the way you move, everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. And if by chance you're here alone, can I get a moment? I know I said we wouldn't erase that, but it was really bugging me, and I was like, no, you look dirty. Okay, so when we talk about a quantum leap, right? What we're saying is I'm in X reality and I want to leap into Y reality. So I'm going to jump through space and time and then I'll get here, okay? And things are different over here. So far, we all agree. I will take your silence as a yes, even though you don't have a choice. Haha. So the challenge with a quantum leap, okay, is that because of the amount of information and misguiding information that exists, this idea of a quantum leap becomes what? A ritual, a process. That I need to do this specific thing and feel this specific way to make the journey through space and time and arrive in a new reality. Okay? What is quantum living? You're at X, you want to be at Y. We say become space and time, and you will go from X to Y. What do you mean, Anna? When we're quantum leaping, a lot of people, and this is also, by the way, this is where I'm going to talk about quantum leap burnout, is because a lot of people, when they're quantum leaping, think what? Okay, scale of consciousness, I need to feel, I need to feel excited, and I need to feel ecstasy, and I need to feel revved up, I need to feel joy into 1 million, I need to feel hella good to be able to make this journey through space and time. So your emotions, your high vibrational state, you use that as a fuel for the leap, okay? When you're using this as a fuel for the leap, here's what happens. Okay, let me also tell you this. Am I saying this doesn't work? Absolutely not. It does. It 100% works. But at what cost is the question. Because when you really push yourself to excitement, push yourself to feel good, push yourself, what you're really doing is you are suppressing your duality, your neutrality. You're saying, I can't feel sad or this or that or anything else. I just need to rev it up. And then, even when you get the thing, you know what happens? You feel relieved. But then you're so tired. You burn yourself out by creating an internal imbalance. And your body literally gets tired. And that's also why the next time you want to quantum leap, the next time you want to switch your reality, your body will literally fight you. It's going to be like, can you shut up? I don't like, your body will literally resist it. It will, this process that is supposed to feel like fun and easy and playful or whatever, it begins to feel like a burden. Oh my God, I have to do all of that all over again. Oh. And it will go into fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Because you're putting an insane amount of pressure on your nervous system. Because you probably learned that that unnatural way, yes, it's unnatural, but that's how you get results, by like avoiding your shit, by like pushing yourself to feel good all the time. Toxic positivity, toxic high vibration. And so you like, you know, you can get the thing, but your fuel becomes very, very empty. Because you will feel all of this to get here. But when you get here, your jet is out of fuel. It's like you can't feel this because you sucked the life force out of yourself to get there. And then the other part is, well, now that I've created this big quantum leap and this and that, oh my God, do I have to stay in this high vibe to sustain it? Now here's the thing. Because you used this as fuel to collapse space and time, you code in your nervous system that these emotions equals to result, outcome. So now if I want to sustain the outcome, if I want to sustain my leap, if I want to stay in this reality, I gotta do more emotional gym work, emotional pull-ups. I don't even know if these are called pull-ups. You know? I gotta do emotional workouts. I gotta hit the emotional gym. That was boxing, I know. But still, it's like your body is literally like, bro, give me a break. And that's why people come to me when they book one-on-one calls or when they're in my containers. They're like, Anna, I'm just so freaking tired. Like, when does this end, you know? Because they're running their body on, like, the check engine light is on. For somebody who doesn't drive, I sure give a lot of driving examples. The check engine light is on and light is on and you're just like, And then the car, you know, like at some point it breaks down and you're like, I wonder what happened. I wonder what went wrong. Sweetheart. What do you mean? You know what I mean? It's like you win, and then you keep pushing. Maybe you've gotten so good at it that you will continue and continue. You're like, no, I will train my body. No, blah, blah, blah. You know, I know someone who relentlessly meditated every single day and they were like, I'm training this because my body is addicted to survival, and I like I have to train myself to feel good, and feeling good became a chore. Feeling good is something that I have to earn, something that I have to like work towards. When that is your natural state, when you release all that isn't, you're whole. You naturally are so, like, that's her baseline. Not, oh my God! You know, just like a calm, trust, surrendered moment, presence, where it's like, this is my baseline. I don't have to do anything or not do anything to have or not have this. And I'll also explain to you what I mean by doing or not doing. But point is that it doesn't come from jumping the ladder, you know? It's like you didn't even take your first step and you're like training. Let's say you have a baby, okay? You take a baby and the baby's just learning to crawl and you're like, nope, you will train for the Olympics. You will be the first baby to win a triathlon. I think what they're, Oh my God, where are my references today? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. To that, where they're cycling and they're running. I really like, I don't know anything about Olympics. I'm gonna be so for real. But you get my point, right? It's like the baby's like, bro, what you mean? And you're like, I'm trying hard. That's you with your body. You are literally like abusing your body when you do this. It's like if you take a plastic cap, okay, and a bottle cap, plastic bottle cap, okay, and you take a bowl of water and you put it on top of the bowl of water. Now, you don't have to do anything for that cap to float on the water. But when you resist and you push it down, you create pressure. Your control, your revving yourself up is creating that pressure. So when you release the pressure, it automatically comes up. But you can't trust that. Haha, gotcha. Say cheese. I'm gonna frame your picture. So point is, this is why most people have quantum leap burnout, where maybe you've used manifestation methods and quantum leap methods, and maybe they worked at one point, and then the second time you're trying to do it, and it's like, why isn't it working? It worked in the past. It's because your body hates you for that. It worked, but at what cost? It's like that. We don't want to do that. Like, let's just collectively agree that is just not it. Like, wouldn't you rather just be at a baseline where that's just your life and you feel so safe and slow and normal about it, where you're not like, freaking out, even if out of excitement, every time you see 11:11 on the freaking clock, or somebody like pays you some money, or something that happens that is in alignment with what you visualize. It doesn't feel like, oh my God, it's working, push harder, push harder, push harder. It's just like, yeah, of course this. Quantum living is of courseness, okay? Now, yes. Quantum living is when you are not trying to change reality anymore. Quantum leaping is all about changing your reality, okay? It is, I gotta like change it and do this and do that and like manifest and wait. And this is by the way, the process, right? I do a ritual here, then I feel really, really good, okay? Then I wait, okay? Then it will arrive. Arrive? Yes. Great. Okay. If not arrived, then I will do the ritual again. Do you see it? That's your process. Is that until it arrives, I am in the loop of manifesting and leaping, also known as what? I'm in the seeker energy. Don't do it. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Don't do it, okay? Quantum living is when you're not trying to change reality, you simply become a new signal. And this is like, people think that you need a process because we are obsessed with overcomplicating things. Let's be so for real, right? So it's like your mind cannot accept that it's that simple. So it's like quantum leaping gives you, a little obstacle race to run, right? Like, I will live and I will visualize and I will feel good and I will do this and I will do that, and then it will come to me. But quantum living says, okay, but you just simply choose a different choice and you stay in it. You hold your ground in neutrality. You are not trying to change reality. You become a new signal. That is the part that freaks people out, because this contains stillness and power. If you don't trust your power, and by your power, I mean your connection to God, okay? If you don't trust this bit, you will need the quantum leaping journey to prove your journey, to prove and earn and be like, I almost died, but I won the race, Because quantum living says stillness, hold it in the silence, hold it in neutrality, hold your signal be a new code, be the signal. Know that God heard you the first time. So you don't choose any old identity again. And that's a neutral part of it. You sit with your nervous system when it's throwing tantrums. You don't resist it. You literally baby it and go like, okay, what's going on? What do you want me to know? What's going on? How can I sit with you? How can I breathe with you? You don't try to override an unsafe body. You sit until it feels safe. And if you want to cry, you cry. If you feel afraid, you let yourself feel that. You're no longer running. That is quantum living. That is true embodiment of power. Because over here, you're giving your power away to the process. That hack that the coach said, the little cinnamon stick that I, put under my doorbell and suddenly money showed up. That's the devil, right? He wants you to take the power. He wants to take the power from you. He wants to cut you off from your direct line to God to make you feel like you are self-reliant. To make you feel like, okay, God's not got me, so let me just get some herbs, light some candles, and, say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror, I don't know. And he's gonna make you feel like a god in your own life. And that's why quantum living feels terrifying. Because this is where you regain your consciousness. And you remember that you are literally connected to God at all times. He's not far away, he's with you right now. In this moment, he's with me and he's with you. He's holding all of us through all of it. And so I don't have to shout at the top of my lungs or, do a million affirmations to be heard. My body needs to learn to trust God. And this will lead us to the rabbit hole of, which I feel like is such an important thing, which I recently, it hit me and I was like, oh my God, I need to talk about this, right? Which is this. Because this is tied to this and this. And ultimately this. And of course, in the broader way, this. God as a judge versus a guide. When we were growing up, let me get some water actually first. I'm back. So, when we talk about when we were in our childhood, we were all introduced, at least I was, and a lot of people I know were, introduced to the God of the afterlife and not the God of this world. So the introduction said, well, there's a God, there's a heaven, there's a hell. You will either get punished or rewarded. And so that aspect of God, that judgment, right, is not is not about your life. It's about your afterlife when you die, okay? That's when the stakes are that high. But when we learn that at an early age, we adopt the narrative that God is always judging me, always judging me, always judging me. God is has a red pen and is checking every move. So every single thing is either God's mad at me or happy with me. God is everything from life, we see it as God being angry or upset or, happy with me. If things are not working out, God is mad at me. If things are working out, I did something good, God is proud of me. And it also comes, of course, from our internalized judgment that we received as children from our dear mom and dad. No shade to them, they were doing their best. But if you got judged a lot as a child and you had to be the perfect kid and do the perfect things and the perfect this, perfect that, there's this weight of oh my God, I don't want to disappoint them and I need to be doing the right thing all the time, blah, blah, blah. And that, also keeps you from this. And I hear so many people in this field, in this work, talk about asking the universe. It's asking the, it's asking the universe, asking this, asking that. But okay, the universe is a creation. You ask God, okay? And I find that to be a relief than trying to impress creation, the universe, or thinking that I am the one in control and I need to figure it all out. Do you know the amount of pressure that puts on you, that I have to always be perfect? Because that narrative of God feels so disempowering, because we don't know who God is. Our relationship to God, we never got to build it in relation to this world. But what if God wasn't the judge for this world, but the guide? Al-Hadi, that's the Arabic word. It's the name of God, the guide. That means that everything in your reality is God actually guiding you, expanding you, like giving you, like, you know, information, feedback. Not like, you know, because if God is a judge, life is a trial. Everything will freaking stress you out. And this will feel disempowering. But if God is the guide, then I can actually I can feel like God is my mentor. God is always talking to me, always teaching me, always guiding me, always showing me what's the next best step. Always telling me the best, it's like always you feel guided and called and expanded. And that's when you are able to trust the stillness and power, because that's what strengthens your connection to God, knowing that He's on your team. He's here to see you win. And I'll give you a story that really landed this for me. It was the story of Moses and the Pharaoh, right? So when Moses is on the mountain, he's talking to God, and, you know, God tells him that, okay, well, go talk to the Pharaoh, this and that, the whole shebang, right? Musa alayhi salam, you know, he is commanded by Allah, God, that when you go talk to Pharaoh, by the way, speak to him with love and mercy. Maybe that would turn his heart. If God was the judge, then He would have disqualified Pharaoh like this, right? He would have been like, go, like, you know, go rip him a new one. No, God said, you will go and be kind and be loving and speak from that place. Humility, compassion. Because God is the guide. Your entire life is not a punishment. It is God guiding you to your truth, to your home, to your light, back to Him. And so when we disarm the judgment part, we realize that we, in this moment, all have the choice to choose to feel the love of God in every breath. To literally, like, you know, walk around and being like, okay, God, what should I do? Like, you know, what's going on? What are you teaching me through this? How am I being invited to expand through this? What is this reflecting to me? You no longer feel like a little scared child who is afraid of being punished all the time. And that's when you're able to do quantum living. Because now you're not trying to change reality. Now you know that I am in such close proximity to God that I can become a new signal. I can live from choice, and I can sit in the stillness and know that God heard me. And I'm gonna be like, God, okay, well, this is, you know, this is the reality I am in now. Show me where I need to expand deeper to sustain this, to hold this. Show me how easy it can be to be this. That's it. Literally, that's it. And you just, it's like, you know, we're always hearing when it comes to quantum leaping, they're telling you to act as if. Why are you acting? You only act when you're trying to convince somebody. That's what acting is. It's convincing someone of something that is not real. So when you're acting as if, you're trying to convince yourself and you're trying to convince God, I changed my ways, sir. Or the universe, that people say, it's God, okay? But it's like, there's no acting when you're quantum living. There's simply being. Here and now, I am it. It's a choice. It's a choice to emit a new signal, and a choice to stay in that signal. A choice to emit a new signal, and a choice to stay in that signal, to let that become your baseline. That is 5D manifestation, 5D living, quantum living. 4D manifestation is all about this. You're tricking the mind. So it's visualization, it's affirmations, it's scripting even, it's every process ritual ever. Because 4D says, if I can convince my mind enough, I will believe it. If I can force myself to feel good enough, I will believe it. 5D doesn't, there's no performance. There's no convincing. You just are. You just are. Let me give you an example. These pair of shades, okay? These pair of shades. If I look at these shades and I go like, this is a purse. You are a purse. Indifferent. Of course they can't talk, but indifferent, right? Because the shades know that they are shades. They are not a purse. I can be like, you're a purse, you're a purse. But I'm 3D. This is 5D embodiment. It says, I'm shades, whether you like it or not. And it doesn't have to say it, it just is, you can see it. They are shades. No matter how many million times I say you are a purse, it does not change the reality. That is what it means to live from quantum. Live as quantum. Quantum living. Be the shades. No. There's no performance. There's no, oh my God, but why did she say that I'm not, I'm a bag? Because I'm literally shades. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, not even yourself, not even, it's just a quiet knowing. It's just like, I just know it. And it's a choice that is an energetic commitment. And it doesn't require you to be in high vibe. It requires you to be neutral. This is just what happens. So I move from this as this. Not to say that never feel good. This is not to say that at all. Don't force yourself to feel good. And you will realize that when you actually, allow all your emotions the space, the breathing room. I think my hair, okay. When you allow your emotions the space to exist without micromanaging them, they have nothing to do with you can be a millionaire and be crying. Why do your emotions have anything to do with your identity unless you've made that leap using those emotions? So that's why you believe, unless I'm high vibe, this will be taken away from me. And God says, I am how you think of me. So that is literally your perception of God. If that is your perception of God, then well, that is what your reflection of life will be. Yeah, I know I made a very good choice. And what? And my best friend, God. Okay, so point is, Anna, I get it. Now, how do I do this quantum living stuff? Well, I'm glad I asked. Because quantum living is making a new choice. And then, once you've made the choice, it is observing what part of you, what percentage of you. So let's play a game. You make a choice right now, okay? Decide, okay, I am, I don't know, whatever, choose a statement, choose an outcome, choose a new code for your reality, all right? Okay, got it? Cool. Now, let me ask you this. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, exhale. What percentage of you does not believe you can have this? First answer. What percentage of you is actually afraid of this popping up into your reality right now? What percentage of you doesn't trust that if you actually simply make a choice and let go and do nothing else, it won't show up? What percentage of you actually believes that you need to prove yourself in one way or another to make this happen? What percentage of you does not trust God? What percentage of you does not trust yourself? Do you see it? Exhale. Let all that go. Let all that go. The work isn't here. It's in the unseen. It's in your energy field. You need to literally jump in your energy field and look around and observe, well, okay, what is holding me hostage? That's the clearance. Energy blocks. Capiche? Good. Good place to start. If you haven't already, go grab my free guide, PDF, whatever, on decoding your nervous system, hidden wealth blocks, and find out what is going on in your field. What is your body talking to you about? All right. And if you want a 30-minute, less than 30-minute activation on destroying the money blocks from your energy field and your nervous system, go grab it from the link below. And if you actually want to go deeper and really do this work, fully going into your field, completely destroying old codes, and start quantum living, you can get my free step process, which includes my timeline debt challenge, my quantum code, and all my rampages. And if you're coming to Bali, I will see you there. If you're not coming but you know someone who's interested, email me aeinaplanet@gmail.com, and let's get you paid and increase our impact. I love you. If you have any questions, comment that below. If there's anything you want me to talk about, comment that below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.